Adventurous kids explore with education and learning what a wildlife is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West. Adventurous kids, learning and fun. Adventurous kids!
Today we're going to tell you about leopard geckos. Leopard gecko, or common leopard gecko, is a ground-dwelling lizard native to the rocky dry grassland and desert regions of Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan, India, and Nepal. The leopard gecko has become a popular pet due to extensive captive breeding, and it is sometimes referred to as first domesticated species of lizard. Leopard geckos get their name from the leopard-like spots that cover the backs of adult leopard geckos. Leopard geckos were first described as species by zoologist Edward Blythe in 1854. Leopard geckos are around 7 to 9 inches long, large head, big eyes, oval shape, thin toes, and unlike other reptiles, they have eyelids. They have thick tails that narrow to a point and, like their bodies, heads are slightly flattened from top to bottom. Most of their scales are small and rough. Base rows of larger, lumpy scales give them a knobby look, but they are actually soft and baby leopard geckos are 85 millimeters long when they hatch. They have dark bands which go around their bodies. These bands lighten as the babies grow into adults, which have spots in the band. Leopard geckos are normally lavender or yellow in color, but pet leopard geckos come in different color morphs, like albino, banana lizard, ghost, high yellow, hyperstanthic, jungle, ballistic, normal, wild, patternless, red stripe, no, tremor, albino, and many more. Like many lizards, the leopard gecko has a tail that breaks off when grabbed by a predator. The tail breaks at a crack in the vertebrae, and the surrounding muscles are arranged so that they separate neatly and instantly. A muscle closes around the artery in the tail at the point of break and stops the blood loss. This method helps the leopard to escape when attacked. The leopard gecko is found in dry, rocky regions, dry grasslands, and deserts of southern Central Asia, Afghanistan, Pakistan, northwest India, and parts of Iran. The temperatures of these areas during winter can be quite low, below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, forcing the animals underground into semi-hibernation called brumation, and they can live on fat reserves. Leopard geckos are crepuscular reptiles. During the day, they hide in burrows and are active at dawn and dusk, and the temperatures are favorable. Leopard geckos mostly eat worms, crickets, roaches, mealworms, spiders, and bioroaches. They do not feed on dead animals. Leopard geckos can see better than other gecko species. Their vision is comparable to that of a cat. Nearly all geckos have a voice. Their breeding season occurs in summer. The female lays 12 to 16 eggs in one time. The gender of the hatchling is determined based on the temperature at which the eggs are incubated. The eggs hatch after around 55 days. Like most geckos, common leopard geckos have movable eyelids. Leopard geckos seem to communicate via chirps when alarmed or annoyed, and clicking when conversing among themselves. Leopard geckos have a small bark if they get agitated, but are not vocal as other gecko species. Their tails also do the talking. No tail shakes tell the other geckos that they have been noticed Fast tail moves by a male means he's noticed a female. The tail is said to shake when a gecko is hunting. Many geckos lack eyelids, but leopard geckos are not only translucent, but they are movable, which allows them to blink and close their eyes while sleeping. Leopard geckos are best kept singly to avoid confrontation. A single adult leopard can comfortably be in a 2-foot-long enclosure. Being a nocturnal species, it is essential that they are offered a place to hide on the warm side and keep one line with paper towel. Equal earth or sphagnum moss underneath. This is called human, and the flow will need to be moistened regularly to allow the gecko to shed easily. Keeping this on the cold side is not recommended due to the risk of respiratory infection. Place a third filter on the cooler side of the tank and keep it dry. Leopard geckos are cold-blooded reptiles, so they rely on heat from their external surroundings to regulate their body temperature. In order to do this correctly, known as thermoregulation, access to both a warm and cool area must be provided with a specific temperature gradient simulating their natural habitat. Ideally, the cool area of a leopard gecko's enclosure should be between 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit 24 hours a day. This cool area temperature is often simply ambient temperature required by these animals. The warm area should be 80 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature of the warm area can be maintained using a heat mat in conjunction with the thermostat monitored with an accurate thermometer or by fitting a appropriate ceramic heater in the basking spot lamp with a dimming thermostat. Leopard geckos can tolerate anything, but they can be nervous and jumpy, so please be patient. If they are terrified, then they can drop their tail as a defense. The tail will grow back, but never look imperfect, and the process is too stressful for the animal. Children should always be supervised with any animals, and care should be taken to avoid dropping your leopard gecko whilst handling. Be aware that it can become cold if kept out of their enclosure for a long time in cold weather. Do not handle leopard gecko for at least 24 hours and first take them home to allow them to settle into new surroundings. Now here is Adventurous Kids Director Elijah's very own pet leopard gecko hunting and eating crickets. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Adventurous Kids. Yeehaw! That's a leopard gecko on a whiskey.
What did you learn today? Adventurous Kids! Adventurous Kids! What was the most interesting fact? Adventurous Kids! Adventurous Kids! Adventurous Kids!